All right, here's the point. We want you to know that there are people out there who suffer severe discrimination simply because of appearance. And I want you to meet our first guest. Is going to introduce our first guest. This is Casey Davis. You're Christine's friend, are you?
Right.
People stare at her, do they?
Yeah, they do.
Okay, well, you don't have to tell them why or tell them whatever. Just introduce your friend for us.
Well, I met Christine about a year ago. I'm a tattoo artist in Vancouver, Canada. And at the time I met Christine, she already had an entire bodysuit. She's in the Guinness Book of Records as the world's most tattooed woman. Please meet Christine Colorful.
Here is Christine Colorful, ladies and gentlemen. You like this? Perfect. We're crazy about this. All right, is Anthony here? Come on up here, Anthony. This is Anthony Hurd Samuels, who is about to introduce his one and only mother. You love her now, always have, always will. Introduce your mom.
Hi, my name is Anthony Samuels. I'm 14 years old, and I'd like to introduce my mom, Gloria Hurd Samuels.
Come on in here, Mom. Come on in. Anthony. Every time you go to a Burger King, it's a press conference, I bet you.
That's right. They say they let you have it your way, and you can't even see them.
All right, Rita, are you here? Come up here for us, please. Here's Rita Griffin, who happens to be a patron of the man that she's about to introduce.
Hello, my name is Rita Griffin. I'm a Pan Am flight attendant, and I'm here to introduce my friend and hairstylist, David Melanson from Miami. David became blind after an accident about 3 years ago, and he will tell you a little bit about his life since
A
then.
blind hairstylist.
Yes.
And you wouldn't miss your appointment for anything.
Absolutely not.
And look
He's
how
the best.
lovely you look. So please welcome. Here's Dave Melanson. Would you make an appointment? Huh? Well, one woman said after my last one, yeah, I'd go to him in a minute. All right, Eric, here we go. This is Eric. Well, tell them who you are and who you're introducing.
Hello, my name's Eric Stiles, and I'd like to introduce my wife, Sarah Stiles.
Come on in here, Sarah. Your turn, Dave. Let's get out of the way so we can see. Always has been heavy. What's it to you? In high school and before that, too? Sick and tired of the discrimination? Says here 3:30. Is that right, Sarah?
Yes.
3:30. And you feel it, don't it? It's not so funny, is it?
No.
You got a husband, just always true, always right there by your side.
Right.
And we'll talk to you about what ails or what the discrimination that many Americans feel because they are overweight. Krishna Banerjee, yes.
Thank you.
You'll introduce.
I'd like to introduce my best friend of 8 years. I don't think she's that unusual looking, but she does get stared at all the time. Renee Hicks.
Renee, come on in here. Jamie. Annette, yes. Annette, would you step forward, please? Annette, will you tell them who you are?
Hi, I'd like to introduce my best buddy, Jamie Ann Akabuchi, who in fact used to be a chronic nail biter. Jamie Ann.
What do you think? We have another guest who hasn't arrived yet. He got stopped by customs. But he's on his way. It took him 2 days to get through customs. What do you suppose his visual difference is that moves people to discriminate against him? He's not a terrorist. You mean you can tell a terrorist just by looking at him? Well, who's your first question for? Yeah.
I have a question for the lady that looks so very pretty and colorful. I would like to know exactly what part of your body is not tattooed.
My face and the soles of my feet and the palms of my hands.
Thank you. That's interesting.
Anybody else? Yes. Wait. There. Yes.
For the lady with the tattoos, how come?
I thought it was an amazing way to express myself. It's really exciting being a visually different person.
For the heavy-set lady, do you have any children?
Yes, I do.
Were you that heavy when you had your children?
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
That wasn't very nice to say. I've been heavy all my life, and there's nothing wrong with it. People accept you the way you are.
I'm not sure you agree, do you?
I have a question for the hairstylist. Being a hairdresser myself, I was wondering what your technique was for cutting hair.
I feel it. I just measure with my fingers and, judge the length by what the client tells me.
I have a question for the woman with the long nails. How do you button your shirts and button jackets and do zippers? Do you everything easy for you?
I still use my fingertips the same way you would.
They don't get in the way?
No. You get used to them as they grow.
Give me one more right here in front of your face. Yes.
For the woman with no hair, is that by choice or did something happen that created that?
Yeah, the blind guy did it.
Tell him, Renee.
I'm sorry, I couldn't resist.
The real answer is not so funny, is it?
No, my niece was giving me a haircut, and she messed it up. And the only way to fix it was to go to basics. And I'm a comic, so I was performing that night, had to go on stage, and people said, no, go with it. It's you. And I went, yeah, get out of here. And then it just stuck.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Renee, I just wanted to say I think you're very attractive, and I think it looks beautiful on you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
I have a question for the young mother there. Did you carry your son to term? Did you have a difficult pregnancy? And were you a section? And do you have other children?
Yes, to all of the questions. I did carry my children, too. I have this one, Anthony, full term. I have another one right over there. She's 10 years old, and she was also full term. Both babies were 5 pounds, 9 ounces, 18 and a half inches, which is a little bit more than half my height, because I'm 34 and a half inches. Both of them were also sections. And the pregnancy was quite normal. I stopped driving. I stopped cooking because, my stomach was really in the way. And I had to turn sideways to get in and out of doors and things like that. But aside from that, everything was quite normal. It was a world event when I had my children. It was so bad, as a matter of fact, my own parents could not get into the hospital and were quite irritated about it. Yeah.
He's through customs, is he? Jose? He's here? Okay, no kidding. It took him 2 days to get through customs. Doug? Where are you? Here you are. Kindly introduce your pal here.
My name's Doug Westlake. I'm here with Bill Pulley. We're from London, Ontario. He's better known as Snake, and you're about to see why it took him 2 days to get here.
All right, come on in here, Snake. All right, come on in here, pal. They never forget old Snake Pulley, I'll tell you. What do you think? I bet you I know the first question you're going to ask him. Don't tell us. Why? Huh? Sit down here. We'll get you wired here, Snake. Apparently, they roughed him up at customs. I don't know. You mean they saw you coming and, wait, we get you, put a mic on you here, Snake. What happened? You left Canada yesterday?
Yes, sir.
You tried to?
Tried.
What happened?
Well, I got down to the customs, and I was saying to Doug, I says, I'm sure I'm going to have problems because of the way I look. He says, don't worry. So anyways, we got off the air flight and everything, walking, getting ready. We walked a long ways, finally got to customs, went through. The guy looked at my birth certificate, said, you're not belong here. And I said, what do you mean by that, sir? He said, because you've got a eviction against you. And I says, no, I don't.
And it took them a day to find out that you didn't.
That's right.
Right. This audience wants to know why, Snake. Why'd you do this? 4,500 tattoos.
I did it because of a motorcycle accident. Got a scar on my face and my head. And a lot of people can be rude and make fun of people with...
because you had a head injury. Well, this audience is very, very fixated on you, and we'll give them a chance to question all our guests in just a moment. Well, Snake, this was no gag. We're really concerned about whether you were going to make it, and the customs accused you of having a charge out against you, which was not true, but in any event, you were delayed 24 hours. You have established that your tattoos are the aftermath of an accident which, I assume this was a head injury, huh?
A motorcycle accident.
Was it disfiguring? I mean, did it leave you with scars, et cetera?
No, part of my face, part of my body, broken legs.
Uh-huh. And so, how long ago was that, Snake?
Oh, about 16 years ago, because for that I look like Phil Collins.
Hi, for the two panelists with the tattoos, that looks awful painful to me. Was it painful for all those tattoos?
Christine?
It was painful on certain parts of my torso. Actually, arm and leg work is really quite easy.
Arms and legs were easy.
Mm-hmm.
I assume this is sensitive underneath the neck there, huh?
Yeah, any torso work can be quite painful, but it was certainly worth it.
Uh-huh. And, Snake, you said before that it did hurt you, didn't it?
Yeah, a lot of places like my eyelid, inside my eardrum.
Mm-hmm.
Along the jugular vein.
Uh-huh.
And a lot of other places I can't mention on TV.
Well, that's true, Snake. You can't mention it on TV. Yeah.
This is a question for the lady. In your relationships, do you have relationships? What kind of guys are they, and how do they feel about your tattoos?
Most of the men that I've gone out with have been tattooed, and they love them.
Well, Gloria, here comes some of the old questions for you, too.
Let's go. Let's go.
Says here you're 2 feet 9 1/2, right?
Mm-hmm.
You do drive a car, don't you?
Oh, of course. I'm a chauffeur most of the time.
Uh-huh. We've met your son and your daughter. What beautiful young people they are.
Thank you.
Your husband is not a small person.
No.
But he's not enormous either. He's what, 5-something?
The children's father is 5 feet 7 inches, about 180 pounds. 90, give or take, if I cook or don't, depends.
What? Now, your children are young enough to have benefited from, or you would have benefited from genetic counseling, I think. You must have had some curiosity about whether or not they would be small.
I did not. The reason is because before I actually met their father, I had met someone else who was of some wealth, and their father was concerned about whether or not I would be able to give birth, whether I could carry on his name. Whether or not the children were small or not, he didn't care. I did find out some years ago that my size was not hereditary, caused by a malfunction of the pituitary gland. And the only way that my children might have been small would have been if the other individual wore a small statue and carried something for it. I do not.
I see. If it wasn't hereditary, then there was an environmental influence on your pituitary? Is that how you...
I really don't know because, see, I'm scared of doctors. And, you know, they said, like, you can't do this, you can't do that. And if you listen to them, you won't do anything. I'm too busy living. I really don't care.
Right. Well, you certainly do. Dave, you lost your sight in a home accident?
Yes.
Like an industrial? Oh, was it a blowtorch? What was it?
No, I used to do miniature metal sculptures, and I had just cooled some metal that was mounted, bolts and nuts, and they were mounted with wire, and I tripped and landed into the tray.
Wow. How long ago was this, Dave?
About 3.5 years now.
And you were a hairdresser before that happened?
Yes.
Barber, how shall we identify you?
Hairstylist.
Hairstylist. Yeah. Your shop is called An Eye for Hair.
What? It was called that, Phil. It's no longer.
This question is for Snake. You're from Canada. What do you do for a living, Snake?
What I do for a living is play guitar, sing, and get the quickest jobs that I can get, because let's face it, I mean, how many people are going to put me in a grocery store because I might scare some older ladies or somebody else?
You must be quite used to this head turning.
Oh, I'm used to it, but I had a lot of fun today.
I have a question for Dave. What percentage of your clientele did you lose when you had your accident?
I stayed out of the business for approximately 18 months after the accident. I would say I lost 65%.
Sarah Joan, you are not alone with your in your feeling of being discriminated against by others. I'm beginning to think maybe everybody's in America is fat. You got political about this? I assume that we were heavy in high school, so? And what happened? You went from what, depression to I'm not going to let this get me? Explain for us how you...
Well, I just got tired of people staring at me and making fun of me and feeling really discriminated against in employment. Some people seem to have the attitude that if you're heavy, you're lazy, you have no ambition in life. And I'm asked a lot why I don't just lose weight.
And I assume that makes you angry, that question.
Yes, it does.
First of all, it's none of their business. Huh?
Yeah.
Huh? It's so what?
I think it's rather unhealthy, just in a normal consequence of living, what we've learned today, to be overweight, not to say that it's a discriminatory factor. I just think that for people's own well-being, their overweight is not a great way to be.
And it is a concern. It is a concern of mine.
Wait a minute. Help is on the way here.
I don't agree with her. I walk every day 2 miles for exercise, and I don't feel I'm an unhealthy person.
Were you heavy in high school?
I've been heavy all my life.
And it was your sort of evolution, emotionally speaking, about the same as hers, where you must have had your times when...
I never had any boyfriends and stuff like that, but I'm married now and have 2 children.
But that'd be painful in high school if you were isolated, were you, socially? I don't know, I'm asking.
Somewhat.
But no telethons for you, you're going to be fine and you're happy.
I'm satisfied
and
with
to
my
the
life.
woman who says, this is a bigger drain on your heart, you would say...
Hang in there. And enjoy life.
Yeah.
Have you tried dieting? Have you
ever tried to lose weight, Sarah?
They also diagnosed a thyroid condition about 3 years ago that I'd had for a long time that I wasn't aware of, and when they treated it, I gained 80 more pounds.
Renee, let me understand this now. You could have your hair if you wanted it, right?
Yes, I could.
It's on call, as we might say.
That's right. It's just on a slight vacation, Phil. It's to save on hair care products, The ozone layer, I'm concerned. I'm doing my bit. I'm doing my part.
How do men react to your
Oh, they
hair?
think it's sexy. I've had some propositions I cannot, of course, say on TV, but...
Yeah?
They definitely think
That
it's
is a
sexy.
fact, isn't it? You feel you've gotten more attention since...
Absolutely. I mean, if I had hair, I couldn't walk into a restaurant and have just about everybody turn their head and look at me. I'd have to have hair like Crystal Gale to get that kind of attention.
Hi, I just had a question. With singers like Sinead O'Connor and people coming more into the spotlight, have you found a lot of people becoming more accepting and more looking up to you with your hair like that?
Well, it depends on where I'm at. I live in San Francisco, and I get stared at in San Francisco. I mean, and if I go to Dubuque, Iowa, I'm definitely going to get stared at.
Yes.
I was just wondering, how often do you have to shave it?
I have to shave every day, just like a man. I get up there.
Yes.
My question is for the hair cutter. What type of a clientele do you have?
Right now, very limited since the state of Florida wouldn't give me the help to keep the shop open, so I do a few clients at home. I have maybe about 10 steady clients.
Dave, I was wondering, after this accident happened and you got over the pain and all, what did you think you were going to do? Did you know that you were going to go right back into doing the hairdressing, or is this it? My career has ended.
I at first thought my career was over, and thanks to the Lighthouse for the Blind in Miami, which helped me to learn to live with my blindness, I was able to face life. And then one of my clients called me and said, hey, look, I can't find anybody to do my hair like you do it. Give it a try. The worst that could happen is I have to look like Renee, shave my head. I tried it, it worked, so, I've been doing it ever since.
Yeah. Renee, has being bald being able to further your career helped you in your act?
Well, I think it has, in that it has set me apart, because there's like 50 million comics out there. And I mean, I was already funny before. I mean, I didn't just shave my head and suddenly get a sense of humor. Right. But, I didn't. But it has. It gives me a little bit of material, and but it doesn't dwell on it. And it just noticed me, because people call me up for work and go, hey, you're the bald-headed woman, aren't you? We want to hire you. And I'm like, okay, fine, yeah.
Snake, you had stated that the reason that you had your whole face tattooed was because of the accident.
Yes.
Did you ever consider plastic surgery before you decided to tattoo?
Well, some plastic surgery is okay, but it was a real mess after when I was done from the accident. And a lot of people stared and said, oh, Count Frankenstein. And a lot of times words hurt people. Sure. Like, I don't care. Like, I know who I am.
Yeah. Let me just take it close here. I assume you did not have a helmet during the accident. Is that what you told me?
I had a helmet, but it split right in half.
Really? Yeah. And you probably sustained some burns, did you, along the facial, did you?
Right along in here.
So you were discolored here, is that right?
Oh, you better believe it.
Uh-huh. And is your sight okay? You're not, your vision is good?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Didn't affluate your vision?
No.
Now, I notice you've had some work up here.
Now, you want to know one problem is?
What is it?
When it gets cold here in New York, I get a lot colder before anybody else, because a lot of heat escapes out of my head.
Literally,
because it should have been a steel plate.
I see.
But I'm not going to have them do it now.
So this is your original cranial matter here. This is, in other words, you don't have a plate here.
That's my skull.
And I can see well, we can see. I'll tell you. I mean it. I want to be with you when the elevator gets stalled. You'll think of something, boy. There's nothing you can't fix.
You want to know one thing, though?
What is that?
When I was in the Hilton, they said, well, I guess you don't need shampoo. I said, that's right. I don't need shampoo.
Yeah. Were you unconscious? Must have knocked you out, didn't it?
Yeah. About a year and a half I was in the hospital.
Really? Well, you're looking very good. We're pleased that you're up and about.
I'm proud to be here.
I'm a hairdresser myself, and I give you a lot of credit for what you do, sticking to your profession. And I just wanted to say to each and every one of you, after listening to you, beauty really does come from within.
I'll say.
Yeah.
This is a question for, was it Sarah? Yeah. Yeah. I have a close friend who's heavy, and sometimes he gets depressed because I'll tell him, hey, come on, you got to lose the weight. And he'll try and he'll go on a diet and he'll gain it right back. What would be your advice to him? What would you tell him? Or what would you tell me to tell him? Should I put pressure on him or?
No, that's the worst thing you can do. The whole point I want to make is that, someone who's this big is a normal person. I mean, I may not look that way to some people, but I feel I'm a normal person. I have all the fantasies, fears, desires, dreams, hopes. Yeah. I do everything everyone else does.
Right. I don't think people suggest who look at you. I don't think the prejudice stems from some sort of notion that you're not a normal person. Our histories are replete with Churchill. somehow I think the prejudice, and you see it and must feel it, has to do with, as you mentioned before, a sense that you're kind of undisciplined.
Exactly.
And that's wrong, you want them to know.
Yes, exactly.
And we have to wonder who responds to you differently without they themselves even knowing they are. I think it's a very complicated prejudice. It's not always manifest on the person who might inflict it. Do I make any sense at all? Help me out here.
Well, it's just that, like, when we stopped to have breakfast before we came to the show, we were in Iowa. I'm from Iowa. We're having breakfast, and I was paying the check, and I turned around, and the whole room was looking at me. You know, and it's like, why are they looking at me? Why? I don't understand why. Everywhere I go, we got on the plane to come here, the whole plane is staring at me. It's like, why? I have a real problem with being stared at.
Right.
Because I'm overweight.
Makes you angry.
Yes, it does. Very angry.
Mm-hmm. You want what?
I'd like to know if there are any health risks associated with having tattoos. They look like it might go into the skin and possibly... No, not at all?
Snake?
No?
Definitely goes in the skin, but I've had people come up saying, you're going to get cancer. You're going to get AIDS. How can you get AIDS getting a tattoo needle in your arm?
Yeah.
You know, it's...
You want to talk about this, Christine?
As a matter of fact, because I'm so pale, I'm allergic to a lot of soap and makeup, and I've never had any problem with tattooing.
Mm-hmm. You can't erase it, can you?
No, and that's part of the joy of it. It's something that's permanent. Very few things in our culture are permanent. Marriage is not permanent. Careers are not permanent. Tattoos are permanent, and there's such commitment involved. It's so beautiful from the permanent point of view.
So, what's the difference between a tattoo and true love? Tattoos last forever, and we'll be back in just a moment. Yeah. Jamie Ann, you've had your fingernails ever since you were born. You know what I mean. How long have they been long?
I'd say about 4 years. I used to be a nail biter. I used to bite them. I had like man's hands.
Literally, you did that.
Yes.
Do you teach aerobics? It says here.
Yes, I do, and a manicurist.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
2 questions for the tattoo woman. Number one, expense-wise, how much did that cost? And the other question is, how long did it take? How many sessions?
It took over 18 years, and by today's standards, it's worth in the $40,000 to $50,000 bracket.
Right. How about you, Snake?
Well, mine's a contract deal with my tattoo artist, and I've been at it for a long time, and I got about $140,000 worth of artwork.
My question is for Jamie. How long is your longest fingernail?
Right now, I'd say almost 4 inches.
How long have you ever grown in the longest ever?
4.5. No, that's not true. Excuse me, my thumb was near 6.
Yeah.
I'd like to know if your family and friends knew in advance that you were going to have the tattoos done, and what was their reaction?
No, it was really quite a gradual process, but my family always thought of me as a free spirit, so they weren't surprised in the least.
Both Christine Colorful, it says here, with a K, and Snake Pulley. Christine's from Vancouver, British Columbia. Snake's from London, Ontario. Do you have to be from Canada to have these? Yes.
Looser in Canada.
Dave, I'd like to know if you have any new clients since your accident.
I have maybe 2 or 3 really new clients that I've done. It's something, you know, it's unique to them. I surprise them a lot. Some of them I don't tell I'm blind until after.
Dave is a hairstylist from Miami, if you joined us late, and an accident cost him his sight in November of 1986, and he's still at work.
Jamie, is there a reason why you grow your nails long?
Well, like I said before, I used to be a nail biter. And when I first started to stop biting my nails, it was murder to stop. And because one broke, I was not going to cut the other 9. It was too hard.
Sarah, who do you think are tougher on heavyweight people, men or women?
That's a difficult question. My first response would be women. because a lot of women work really hard to get their bodies in shape and to diet, but men can be really difficult to deal with too. I've had a long history of dating problems. I try to meet people over the phone, let them get to know how wonderful I am. And then when they meet me, it's not such a good shock.
Okay, this question is for Snake. I'm sure you're a really nice person and everything, but if I were to see you walking down the street, I would be really scared. And
Do you know why? Because you're like a figure on Freddy.
no, seriously, that's probably true.
Freddy Krueger.
And I mean, I know that that's kind of an unfair thing, an unfair judgment, but I was wondering what you do to kind of counteract this, because people don't
When
understand.
ladies are scared like that, they lose a chance going out with a decent, right-on guy.
Hi. I had a question about Rose. I think your name is Rose? Yes. And I was wondering how you met your husband and what your courtship was like. He must be a pretty special guy, but then I think you're a pretty special person yourself.
Gloria.
Oh, okay. I was working at a club. I also do stand-up and a lot of other things within the industry. I haven't been in a costume yet, but, that's the way that is. I met him through the manager of the club. He was a promoter, and basically that's the way it was. He came down to the club, and I was doing a thing, Rocky Robin, jumping around the stage that night, and he came up to the stage. It was round, and he said, "Hey, little lady." And, I jumped back because I thought it was a fool, And, then, he's black. He's typical afro, the lips, the mustache, dark complexion, and the rings. And he tried to take me out that night, and I saw him, no, hell no, I know you're a pimp, because my mama told me that too. So, basically, that is the way that we met. Now we fight.
And you still... You're very agile. I assume that there's no consequence to your shortness in terms of your ortho integrity. Your bones are good, huh?
Oh, yeah. Oh, good bones. Good fighter, good jumper, good climber.
Good.
Yeah.
Good.
I wanted to just say one thing, if I might. When we were talking about the lady here, I don't think that you guys are really so prejudiced against the differences that some of us might have. I think you're shocked. You're surprised. Because I've had people freak because I could open my mouth,
Yeah.
I've had people watch me get in and I have a little fun with it. I like to watch you guys, too. I've gone to my car, and they're like, all the way to your car. But, God, when you turn that sucker on and pull off, it is just living in,
I bet it is. Now, as a child, you've been you all your life. So you had to process this as a kid. This is a pretty big mountain for a kid to climb, in my opinion.
Well, not really, because I think I was born with a strong constitution. And another thing, I didn't, just like my dog Tuffy, he doesn't realize he's a puppy. Well, I didn't realize I was small. Right. And because of my family, my upbringing, the only thing I was really little. You guys think I'm little. I am big, okay? My mother used to take curtain rods. They were like a backwards 7, and set them in all the corners in the house so that I could turn the light switches off and on. When I was 7 years old, I was finally able to open the car to my father's the door to his car, I remember, I think I was 9 or 10 when I was finally able to walk up the steps one at a time. Can't do 2, but one at a time because the legs aren't long enough, you know what I mean? So, no,
right.
Not really.
Before we go, we've got 1,000 more questions in this audience, and we'll get to them in a moment. Dave, we got to talk about your dog. Is it a lab?
He's a black Labrador from New Jersey. He was trained at the CNI in New Jersey, and I've been having him a little over a year.
Obviously, he thought he was going to be on the Letterman show.
No, believe it. But no, Phil, he's really. This is his training. His training is to be obedient to me and not to do anything unless I give him the instructions.
Right. Now, what's the book say regarding strangers and petting and that? I'm sure this is a well-mannered dog, but I mean, is this a bad thing? It probably is, isn't it? You don't want the dog distracted, do you?
That's the biggest problem I have with people who are sighted. You see, a blind person has to make allowances for sighted people because they always make mistakes.
We're the ones who want the information. That's right.
The dog in the harness, which he is technically in the harness now, is the strap that goes around him with the handle. He should not be approached. He should not be called. He should not be fed. He should not be petted. If he is out of the harness, without the harness, in the leash, you can play with him. He's an animal. He's a dog. Right. And
When he's
my
harnessed
best
up,
buddy.
he's working.
He's working, and if you distract him, he gets reprimanded.
Yeah.
Unless I really get teed off, and I reprimand a lot of other people.
Yeah. Well, I am glad I asked the question because it's hard to keep your hands off this beautiful animal, and obviously, boy, there's some relationship that a blind person has with this kind of animal.
He takes the place of everything in my life. I mean,
Everything, Dave?
Well,
Just wondered. Just wondered.
we're going to be back with Bad Renee Hicks in just a moment.
My question is for the hairdresser. I was just
What
wondering.
are you doing there? Wait a minute, David, you're taking pictures.
Yeah.
Let me see. Take a picture.
I don't know if it's set right. Where's the button? Right here?
Yeah.
No, that don't move. She said it was here.
It's that one.
Okay, where are you, Phil?
I'm over here.
Oh.
Over here, right here. Okay. It's not clicking.
It's not clicking. Rita, it's not rewound.
No wonder.
It's not rewound. Okay, what's your question? Let's go on with the question. Oh, there you go.
Okay, try it again.
All right.
Try it again.
Where are you going to be?
I'm over here, right here. This is us on the bus. Oh. There you go. The other one, Dave. Right hand, right finger. There you go.
I'm sorry.
Sir.
Yeah. My question's for Dave. I was just wondering if your clients are blind as well.
No, not all of them. I do blind people. You know, that's one thing I can't understand. People discriminate because of the way Snake looks, the way Christine looks, the way I get around with a dog, the way Sarah looks. And what you got to realize is that we are human beings who, but for the grace of God, you would be up here.
Yes, indeed.
And when people in the bureaucracy and normal, so-called normal people start discriminating against us, I mean, my biggest fight is not with people, it's with the government. It's with the state of Florida. It's with DBS. And you got to realize, we want a chance to be independent. That's the only reason I went back into hairdressing. And if Sarah is comfortable with the way she looks, who are you to say it's not normal?
Yeah. Very good.
My question is for Jamie. How long did it take you to grow your nails, and can you type?
It took about 1.5 years since I last cut them, and typing it would be only electric because I use the tip of the nail to touch the key.
Yes.
I have a question for Christine. Before you said that it was painful having the tattoos, but you said it was worth it, and I just wondered, how has your life improved because you've had them?
I found tattoos to be really transformational because I was going against sort of the mainstream of society by being the person I wanted to be. I'm living my dreams. I'm being exactly who I want to be. And that gave me a lot of power in the rest of my life as well.
Sir.
My question is to Sarah, I believe that's her name.
Yes.
Is at any time in your life were you ever a normal weight? And if so, did you notice a difference in the way that people treated you?
Yes. My mother will hate me for this, but I was not fat as a child, and at about 8 or 9 years old, she decided I was heavy and put me on a diet. And so then I started to gain weight.
Your mother will hate you for that because there's an implication there that may have...
Right.
So in other words,
Blaming my
a
mother.
focus at that age preoccupies you with it at all, huh?
Yes, it certainly did.
So what's the moral of this story? First of all, no matter how heavy or thin a child or how short or tall, this child has got to, in a very sincere environment, be told how wonderful he or she is, right?
Exactly. I grew up being told, you can't do anything right, you're too fat, you can't do this, you can't do that. And it really has been inhibiting, for me.
Because I've known quite a few overweight people in my life. And myself, my weight has spanned 100 pounds. I do know that there is a difference in the way people perceive you.
You've been lighter.
I've been lighter, I've been heavier.
Yeah.
And people do treat you different according to your weight.
I'll bet they do. Yes, ma'am.
Does Christine have some special tattoos that mean something to her?
Each symbol of my tattoos has some significance for me. It's sort of along the ideas of Native Indian spirituality, where you pick a symbol that guides you through your life. And that symbol gives you a certain amount of power and confidence, self-esteem. Yeah, it's very spiritual.
And all your tattoos touch, don't they?
Pardon me, Phil?
All your tattoos touch each other.
They sure do. Yeah, they're all connected. They're who I am and who I'd like to be.
Yes.
Hi. I was also wondering with Christine if she was employed and what type of job she held. Snake said it was difficult having a job.
I've been employed continuously. I've had my bodysuit for the past 10 years. Right now I'm a student and I'm studying alternative healing.
Snake, had you not had the accident, would you have gotten any tattoos?
I'll tell you one thing right now, I won't regret anything because I'd be putting Christine down or anybody down that's got tattoos. I'm proud of who I am, and I chose to do that, and I'm going to live with it, and I'm going to keep on going.
And we'll be back in just a moment. I'll give you... We have to do this. Let me just... What do you suppose the three most often asked questions of Christine Colorful? Show them, Brian. Here's what they want to know of Christine, among other things. Did it hurt? Are they real? How much did they cost? All those questions have come up. Let's go over here to Gloria. Gloria, when out with your son or your daughter, they always ask...
Are those your kids?
Yes, show them, Brian. Yes. Are those your kids? Are they your kids? How were you able to give birth? It's a nice question for when you're riding on the bus on the way to work. That's nice. 3. And how do you have sex? This must be quite a day for you when you go through.
Quite a day.
Dave Melancon, here's our blind hairstylist. How do you cut hair? They want to know. Why do you still want to cut hair? None of your business. Sit down. And do you plan to still continue on here? I'll tell you, this is not funny if you have to go through this every day. Sarah, here are the questions that make you crazy. How long have you been so big? They want to know. How many diets have you tried? Why don't you just lose weight? How many of us have heard someone say that to us? Renee? Here you go. Show them Renee. Is your hair loss due to an illness? How often do you have to shave your head? These are all come up. I asked the first one. How does your family feel about your bald head? All of them came up. Snake? What's the first question they asked Snake, you suppose? The first question this audience asked. Why? If you had it to do over again, would you? And are you going to get any more? I don't know if we've asked you that, Snake, are you?
You better believe it.
I bet you are. And Jamie Ann Ayakabuchi is, here's what they want to know about you and your fingernails. How do you go to the restroom? Well, isn't that a nice question? How do you put your makeup and your pantyhose on? And how do you do the dishes? These are the questions. Yeah.
I'd like to know from Miss Kay or Snake, what are your first tattoos, and did you design any of them?
Did you do any of your own artwork?
Ideas were mine. I didn't do the artwork, no, and my first tattoo was a butterfly on my thigh. I was being very conservative then.
Yes. We're almost out of time. Let me see.
For Christine and Snake, I'd like to know if you have one trusted tattoo artist that you use all the time.
I've been a collector, like a patchwork quilt. I've had at least 13.
For Sarah, I was wondering if you're worried about your health-related risks as you get older. I mean, right now you're fine, but...
Yes, I am.
Sure. She's concerned about that? Yes. Wait a minute. You're on the wrong channel over here. Yes.
Sarah, how did you deal with the isolation and loneliness when you were a kid?
It was difficult, especially since I was an only child. I really did feel isolated.
And Renee, have you always been funny?
Yes. And I just like to say, I think we should all get together and go out to dinner and really get them to stare at us. How about that?
And we'll be back in just a moment. Renee, you'll be working
in Detroit,
Where did I get your
Michigan.
picture? Where?
I'll be working in Detroit, Michigan at Chaplin's East and West coming up, and also at the Improv in Tempe, Arizona.
And we'll be there looking at you. Sarah.
I'd like to say that I've had a lot of trouble getting a job, and that I'm intelligent, and I have a lot to offer. Can I have a job, Phil?
Oh, well. Yes, you wanted to say quickly.
All right, what I wanted to say, Phil, is who set the standard for what normal weight should be?
Provided and promotional fees paid by the
Who set
father.
the standard?
The Drake offers an exciting weekend in New York at a special price. The only Swiss hotel on Park Avenue. For reservations, call 800-DRAKE-NEW YORK or 212-421-0900.